I'm genuinely excited to share this recipe because it is a firm family favourite for me. Like, I love it. It's such a hearty, filling dish, but not just for those colder days. Any time of the year, I love it. And it's all in one pot, which is the way I like to cook.
I like this. It's kind of like a French version of, you know, in Britain we had the old sausages with baked beans.
Yeah.
This is like the French just take it to a different level.
Absolutely.
As usual.
Absolutely. So I'm going to get you busy today, Jo.
I can tell.
If you can dice the onions, yeah, quite small, please, as fine as you can get it. And then same with the carrot, chopped garlic, sliced chilli, seeds in. I want the heat, you know, I want a little bit of punch in this. Don't overfill your pan. And while they're sealing off, I'm going to quickly knock up my stock using these pre-made little chicken stocks, which are, I always have some of them in the cupboard because they're great when you don't have time to make your fresh stock. They're beautiful, packed full of flavour. And the new ones, like the new version, I like the powders. They're great. They're really good for adding, you know, a good bit of flavour. But these jellified ones are even better. So much more natural. And I think they give you a better, like, mouthfeel to the stock. So we're just going to add that to some, ideally, boiling water.
I think they taste more authentic.
Yeah, they taste more natural. Absolutely. Yeah. Just mix it in. And while that's mixing in, we're just going to turn over our sausages. Like, the sausage is going to cook down later, so you just want to seal them just to give it that colour and caramelisation so that you get a better flavour in the sauce and in the cassoulet.
So what sort of sausages are you using?
I'm using a really good pork sausage. You want something with quite a higher fat content, just so that it handles the longer cooking process and they stay really nice and tender. Like, I love a sausage which is just cooked, like grilled or pan-fried or whatever. But a sausage which is braised, like it's cooked in liquid, I find absolutely delicious because they just almost melt in your mouth. So at this stage, we're just going to pop them out. They're sealed enough. And then it also means you've got that little bit of extra sausage fat in there now, which we're going to add our onion and carrots to.
That I have beautifully chopped and prepared for you.
You have beautifully, Jo. Thank you very much. So we get the onion in there first, and then we're going to add the carrot and the garlic and saute that down. And the garlic. Going to add a little bit more olive oil. All right, that's cooking down really nice and quickly and caramelising. So I'm going to add into this now the chilli and then the spices.
So what spices are we using?
So I'm using smoked paprika.
Yum.
Some cumin. I'm not going to use all of that cumin. And some chili flakes. Like I said, I wanted a little bit of kick.
That's because you're like me, just throw various versions of chili into lots of dishes.
It's about layering flavour. Yeah. You know, so they've all got slightly different profiles. The paprika's smoky, the cumin, you know, you get that almost aromatic, mild sort of like what you associate with curry. And then the chili gives you that lift, that kick. So always cook out your spices just for at least a minute, just to release those aromats. And now I'm just gonna pile that over there. I'm old school when it comes to tomato paste, okay? I was always taught you brown it off first in the corner to improve the flavour and to get a better depth of colour in there. You know, it will darken your sauce if you cook out the tomato paste first. And you can see it thickens up straight away. Okay, so that's a nice thickening agent for your sauce, improves the flavour.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Look at you, teach me another little thing. Can I tell you also, when you combine that tomato paste with your extra virgin olive oil, you actually improve the absorption of the lycopene that's the antioxidant in that tomato paste.
Oh, wow. So, there you go.
This is a winning dish. White wine.
White wine.
Because this is a French dish.
You want to deglace your pan, and you see the colour of that already. That white wine just lifts all that sediment off the bottom of your pan. Is flavour. You want all of that to come into your sauce, which is why we add the white wine in. We reduce it down just a touch. Again, the pan I'm using this wide pan, so I've got that contact area. So it improves the flavour and the speed of how things cook all helps make a delicious dish. Okay, at this stage, I'm gonna add our beans.
So
I've
what
got
have you
some
got there?
cannellini beans first. One of my absolute favourites of black-eyed peas or beans. We call them black-eyed peas in the Caribbean.
And have you cooked those already?
Just soaked.
They're just soaked.
These are just soaked. Soak them for at least an hour before using, ideally overnight. Okay, at this stage, I am gonna add my chopped tomatoes. Right, mix that through.
How long is this going to take to cook, given that we've just got the soaked?
Probably about an hour.
Okay.
And for that last like 10, 15 minutes of the cooking process, take your lid off to reduce down your sauce and get it all thick and rich and just delicious. I'm gonna add the sausages back in at this stage. I don't know about you, Joe, but it's making me hungry.
It really is. I don't know if I can wait an hour.
Yeah, and now we're just gonna cover that with our gorgeous stock. So bring back to the boil, lid on, reduce to a simmer, forget about it for the next 45 minutes.
Oh yes.
It's beautiful, beautiful. And for me, it's the simplicity of the process, the simplicity of just that, you know, comfort in a bowl. It's everything you need for dinner right there. You don't need to add anything else to it. Of course, I'm going to, because I'm a chef. So just some fresh parsley, you know, scattered over
I'm liking that too. You know,
That's
some nice
it.
fresh green on top. Honestly, I think that's a great family meal.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
You know, big praise. Big praise from me today.
Very
mate.
rare does she give me a thumbs up for, you know, my food.
No, I'm liking this, and you know I'm such a bean fan.
Yeah, it's great.
And do you know what? Because you've cooked the beans in the sauce, they do have that really nice texture.
Yeah.
I think that's delicious.
Give it a try, guys. My sausage cassoulet with beans and all the yummy stuff. Enjoy.
You did well, mate. Did well.